Evening people, evening, welcome back to the channel. Just seen the We Are Driven intro. We Are Driven team still pushing Archie's journey, still pushing Bradley Lowry Foundation. Get yourselves over to Facebook, click all those like buttons, get yourself signed up to We Are Driven as well, find out what's happening over there. Once you've done that, get yourself to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's journey and donate on there if you can, please. Thank you. Excuse me. Big shout out to the channel sponsor as well, Woody's Wondrous Chilies, or Flavour of Fire as he is on Facebook. Go check him out if you want anything hot sauce, chili related, chili seeds, etc, etc. He's your man. Now, tonight, final league race of GT Sport. This is it. Everyone chopping over to GT7. We've got one more race coming up tomorrow night for the Stephen Morrill tribute event, so that will be my last commentary on GT Sport as well, I think. You never know. We might get hauled back onto it for something. We'll see. But we're into the final race of the GTTCC tonight, the Gran Turismo Touring Car Championship, hosted by Mature Racing Club. We've got two races, two half-hour races, one from Tokyo Expressway for race 1, and then we jump into reverse grid at Circuit de la Sarthe for race 2. So let's have a look at the scores. No need to worry about who is winning because Hirokram's already taken the championship. He smashed it last week and that was it. Didn't really even need to show up tonight and he still would have taken it. So we'll just catch someone going backwards. Probably Bob, I can imagine. So yes, Hirokram takes the championship. They've 233 points on board, driving for Team Oliver Racing. Looking like Team Oliver Racing going to take the manufacturers as well. Those scores over there on the left. We've got Manny sitting in second. Unfortunately, he's not racing tonight. He's on 152 points. Potter McPot is on joint points with him. So unfortunately, looks like Manny's going to lose that position tonight. Potter also on 152 points in third position. Had a really good race last week, did Potter, on the hunt for Audi Ferry. Fat Pickles in fourth. He's got himself 149 points, so still nipping at the heels of the two in front. CJW Racing, can't even talk tonight. Sitting in fifth. He's driving for Team Rockstar, also very close, 148 points on board. Mr. Hepburn, evening, let's go Raffo. The shouts coming in already. IGTSH Audi Ferry, or Independent GT Sport Hungary Audi Ferry, also driving for Team Oliver Racing, sitting in sixth. He's on 139 points. Danny ST, who I met last Sunday at my friend DKCC's karting event. He helped out down there, so thank you very much, Danny. Seventh place for him, driving for Team Rockstar, 130 points. Mutt in eighth, Mutt 36, driving for Team Red Bull on 126 points, so still plenty of positions to be had, plenty of points to be gained over these two races. Positions to be had all over the place. Raffo then, the man being shouted out by Mr. Hepburn, sitting in ninth. He's on 121 points, so still could have positions. Oh, sorry, it was Joker. He was that Potter was chasing down, not Audi Ferry. Apologies. IGTSH Joker in 10th, driving for Team Coca-Cola on 101 points. We've got 11th place P1 Don, also driving for Team Coke on 80 points. White Shark C in 12th. Driving for Team Samsung with 60 points. LFC Fan in 13th. Driving for Digital Car Culture on 48 points. And TRG Aldo 14th. Driving for Team Red Bull 43 points. And yeah, as mentioned earlier, Team Oliver Racing are pretty much going to take the championship for the manufacturers. Samsung sitting in second. Digital Car Culture in third. Coca-Cola fourth. Rockstar fifth. Red Bull sixth. We are driven 7th and Team Google sitting in 8th. Right, let's get ourselves into this lobby. Merch still available, people. T-shirts and stickers. If you want any of those, hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com or via the Facebook page. So qualifying already underway. Hopefully still on outlaps. Let's have a little look-see, shall we? Just on their hot laps now. Looks like it. Potomac Pot doing a bit of fuel burning. Getting that car as light as possible. So race 1 here at Tokyo. Tricky little circuit. As you've just seen the chicane there, taken by Hirokram in the spaceship. And then we've got the tricky hairpin as well to deal with. So Hirokram sticks himself on pole. Oh, he's actually done 3 laps, 139.5. Fat Pickles, 139.7. Got Potomac Pot harassing him at the minute. Audi Ferry's just gone quicker as well, so he's put a 139.6 in, throws himself into, I said second, but then Fat Pickles, who was going purple, has just touched himself on pole. 139.4 for Fat Pickles. A few McLarens on circuit, as you can see. So Fat Pickles the man to beat then. 139.460. Full 10th quicker than Hirokram. I'm sure he'll be able to find that 10th somewhere in that spaceship. Audi Ferry then got himself third with that 139.6, just staying out of the way of those other drivers coming through. Raffo getting the hairpin all wrong. 140.0 for his fastest so far. 4th position. CJ in another McLaren. 140.0 for himself for 5th. Mutt 36 in the Sirocco. 140.3. Danny ST then 7th place. 142.0. See if he can better that before the end of this qualifying session. 6 minutes into this 15-minute qualifier. There is Potter. He's got himself a 2:32.9. That can't be right. Oh, it is. Stretching those track limits. Got to be careful. Stay with Potter. He is coming up to the line. Oh, he gains a penalty through there though. Lap not counting, a 142.0. 7th then for Potter. 8th now. It's just gone quicker. Fat Pickles is still on that pole though. 139.4. Hirokram not yet been able to find the pace to beat him. Like previous lap was a fuel burning lap anyway. Ferry in the Ferrari then, 3rd still. He's only about a 10th off of Hirokram's time himself. He's on a fuel burner. So this is one of the tricky sections Audi Ferry's just coming into. Hopefully he doesn't chuck himself in the pits this lap. All the way down to 1st gear, all the way through the gears down to as slow a speed as possible to try and get around this turn. Still burning fuel then. Let's find a driver who's a little bit closer to the start-finish line, shall we? Oh, someone's backwards at the chicane. Stick with Mutt. Let's go for a lap on board with Mutt, shall we? Scrape of the wall then. So start finish straight. That's a little bit of a different track this one. There you go, across the start finish line. The pit is nowhere near the start finish line, as you can see. No pit here. So into turn 1, fast right hander, 90 degrees, a little bit of a straight into a left, almost 90, into another right, into another left, Yeah, just got to hope, especially in these rear-wheel drive cars, not that the Scirocco is, but the rear-wheel drive cars might let go through there if you're not careful. Another little purple sector there from Mutt in his front-wheel drive Scirocco. Hard on the brakes into this hairpin then. Back on the power. That was the pit exit just underneath the bridge. Pit entrance, apologies. It's almost a straight, this one. A few kinks and twists and turns, but pretty much just goes in a straight line all the way through here. Again, opportunities to overtake with this length of straight, but with those little kinks in it, can just make it a little bit tricky. 90-degree right-hander up and over the bridge. Carries the speed down in towards this tricky little chicane then that we've seen a couple of people get it wrong through. Big dump of sausage curb on the way through there, lifting the car off the ground through this final turn then. Carried as much speed as possible. What's it going to be, Mutt? It is a 4th position, 139.8 for him. There he goes, off to try again. Again, the pit entrance is halfway round this circuit. I'll just hang on with Mutt as he heads down towards this pit entrance. See if we get a half decent look at it. It's probably going to be a no by the looks of things. It is just there though, that is the pit entrance. Oh, he does come in the pits, there you go, we do get a good look at it. Fat Pickles has managed to hold on to that top spot for the time being. What are we, 10.5 minutes into qualifying. Hirakram still trying to put those fast laps in, but he's been pipped by another driver. Raffo's now got himself into 2nd position. 1:39.4, so that means Hirakram hasn't actually managed to better his time yet. No, he hasn't, at 1:39.5. Purple sectors now though. Just the last couple of corners to go. That tricky chicane he's got to negotiate. Oh, a little drag down the wall there as well, that might cost him. Oh, there is that nasty chicane, keeps it out the wall on the exit. Last turn to go. Does he keep it out the wall on the exit of this turn as well? Yes, he does. What's it going to be, Hirakram? It is pole sitting again, 1:39.304 for him. And a whole 1/10.5 quicker than Fat Pickles. Fat Pickles actually out on fresh tyres now. Nice slow lap round, just not wearing those tyres out before he starts his next hot lap. Oh, almost into the wall then, keeps it out. So 3 minutes left of qualifying then. Raffo into 3rd, Audi Ferry 4th, 36. 6, who's just gone quickest? CJW Racing at 1:38. What? 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 CJ, you got your missus sitting in for you, haven't you? Jeno's driving, isn't she? Three and a half tenths quicker than Hirakram. Where did you find that time, CJ? A few drivers still rocking the RIP. Stephen Morrill Deckle, good to see. So Hirakram gets pushed back down to 2nd. He's got to try again for that pole. It's a big ask now. May as well be half a second with that 3.5 tenths. Fat Pickles now chasing CJ, looking for a bit of a tow through here. Looking to better his time as well. Gets himself past CJ now, carrying the extra speed. Chicane and the final turn to go for Fat Pickles. Can he better his time? Can he keep it out of the wall? could have almost getting airborne through there. So CJ and Fat Pickles both in the McLaren. Bops on, so it's all about the driver. Oh, Fat Pickles does go quicker, but it's not enough to beat CJ. Still got a minute and a half, so they do get another opportunity to have a go. Crap. Heading down towards this hairpin then. Is he? I don't think he's going to cross the line before before qualifying's over. Or is he? So race 1 drivers can only use softs and super softs. Race 2 they have to use the mediums and the hards. IGTSH Hungary, there we are. Evening. Jake, evening, how you doing? I'm doing well, thank you, my friend. So what's Hirakram got? Oh, he's missed that 15-minute window, so that's it then. He won't get to try again. Gets to finish this lap, but he's already been doing a bit of fuel saving, and he's slowing down anyway, so that is done and dusted then for Hirakram. Again, it doesn't matter, he has already taken the championship. So, looking good for CJ at the minute on pole position. Is Fat Pickles? No, Fat Pickles was in the pits getting tyres. So that's his qualifying done. So it is CJ on pole then. Fat Pickles second. Hirakram third. Audi Ferry still on a hot lap. He'll be in fourth. We've got drivers chucking themselves in the pits, so that's going to mess my times up. Raffo, he holds himself in fifth position then. Keeps himself right there. Muck 36 is in sixth. Potter McPot in seventh. Aldo in 8th, and Danny ST in 9th. There he is, drivers just chucking themselves in the pits then, changing tyres for stint 1, looks like. Racing softs for Fat Pickles. Hirakram still out on the supers. Audi Ferry super soft still, but he is on his last hot lap. What's it going to be for Audi Ferry? Can he beat that time? So 1:39.4. No, so he stays where he is then. Audi Ferry will be fourth or fifth? Who's? Because Raffo's moved position. Look, Raffo's all the way down here again. CJ on pole. What can he do from there? Here we go, race 1 just about to get underway. Two McLarens on the front of the grid here at Tokyo. Can the Citroen spaceship of Hirakram find a way through? Only 9 drivers for race 1 here, unfortunately. Again, coming to the end of the season, a lot of drivers jumped over to GT7, so still a good turnout really. There it is, RIP Stephen Morrill. Let's change that view up if we can. That's no good. Oh, it's a good start by Fat Pickles, not great by CJ. Oh, Hirakram's got a stormer in the Citroen. Is he going to be able to hold it? Get his way past Fat Pickles. He does. Out brakes in that spaceship straight round the outside. You know that there's going to be a lot of drivers looking at that car next season. So Hirakram then in that Citroen. It all depends on whether they nerf it in GT7. Hirakram from third on the grid then into first. Fat Pickles makes up a position as well into, sorry, he doesn't actually make up a position, he stays exactly where he is, but he does get himself past CJ CJ loses 2 positions, then down to 3rd. Potter oh, excuse me. Has a good start as well. He's up into 4th position. Audi Ferry 5th. Hot on Potter's tail down this long straight. Raffo 6th. Danny ST 7th, also getting a good start. Aldo in 8th. And Mutt 36, hot on his tail for 9th. So all the drivers right next to each other at the minute. And here we go. Drivers looking for these positions. Mutt making his way past Aldo. Not too sure how clean that was. Came on the track a bit sharp. Now on the hunt for Danny ST in front. Let's get ourselves up front with Hirakram. Let's see what it's like from his perspective. Oh, Fat Pickles has got the chicane all wrong. Fat Pickles has caused chaos in the chicane. Caught up with Potter McPot as well. That's pushed Potter all the way down to 7th. Fat Pickles just getting that chicane wrong. Into the wall he goes. Collects Potter on the way out. Unfortunately, Potter loses a few positions through that. Oh, Fat Pickles get the exit wrong there as well. Again, almost catches Potter on the way out of that one. Potter got himself past that danger zone. Fat Pickles all the way down to 9th then, from 2nd on the grid. Under pressure here from Aldo for that last position. So that releases Hirakram a little bit. He's got 1.1 seconds up front then over CJ. CJ's also pulled about a second over Audi Ferry. Ferrari versus Ferrari then for 3rd and 4th as well. Danny ST then making his way through up into 5th position with the chaos and mayhem in lap 1. There he goes. It is now Fat Pickles all the way at the back of the pack. Aldo's managed to overtake him as well down this long straight. A lot of work for Fat Pickles to do then. Audi Ferry getting the shouts from IGTSH Hungary. There's that awful chicane for Fat Pickles. Hirakram 1.5. CJ also pulling time 1.6. Raffo's up into 3rd position. Danny ST has just made his way past Audi Ferry. Audi Ferry has picked up a little bit of a penalty. Probably got the chicane a little bit too tight. Audi Ferry runs wide as well through there. Loses a bit of his penalty, but almost catches a Potter again. Potter under threat here from Mutt 36 in that little Sirocco. Super soft tyre on board for Potter as well. Should be running quick. Also super soft on board for Mutt 36 though in that front wheel drive. Oh, almost slung one up the inside of Potter in the hairpin. Still tightly packed together then. Aldo right on the back end of Mutt 36. Fat Pickles still right there with him. So it's the top 2, maybe the top 4 that have pulled a little bit of a gap. There they go. 1.8, yeah, top 3 stretching out, and then from 4th place back, a little bit of a pile of drivers all looking for positions. Danny then up into 4th position. Audi Ferry 5th. Still losing his penalty. Audi Ferry. Potter in 6th, looking to get past the Ferrari. Down towards the chicane then. Audi Ferry ghosting out on the way through there. Lucky nobody got collected when he respawned or re-ghosted, unghosted, whatever you want to call it. But he does lose positions. He's now down in 8th position. Here's Audi Ferry. There goes Mutt 36 on that move for Potter. Potter's got the inside line. Can Mutt 36 hold it down to this next turn? Went to the wall a little bit for Mutt. That slows him down, puts him under pressure from Aldo, who's now up into 7th position. He's still got Audi Ferry and Fat Pickles hot on his heels though. good fight for these back positions. There goes Mutt, slinging one up the inside. Oh, still swapping positions, side by side with Potter on the way through there. Still got a gaggle of drivers looking to get through. The little Volkswagen trying to pull on the McLaren. Still side by side, both of these drivers. Danny ST looking for a slipstream, looking to close back up, slingshot past a pair of them. All the way right up under Mutt 36's rear wing. Maybe a little bump draft to help him along. Up and over the bridge, then back down towards this tricky chicane. How do they get on? Aldo got himself on the back end of this group now as well. They are all back together. Top three have managed to make a break. 36 looking for that position off Potter again. Oh no, working together, looking to close the gap up on Raffo in front. Gap's just starting to develop a little bit. Oh, Danny ST gets it a bit wayward through there. Loses time to Mutt 36, puts himself under pressure from Aldo, Fat Pickles and Audi Ferry. Fat Pickles actually making up another position. Mutt 36 looking to close up on Potter again down into the hairpin, up the inside again this time. Hugs it tight to the apex. Gets that position off Potter into fourth then for Mutt 36. Potter now fifth. And in the background we have got Danny ST under threat from Fat Pickles. Potter, McPot and Danny, Mutt 36 now working together. So you see Potter just literally pushing Mutt 36 along, trying to close that gap up on Raffo. It is 1.8 seconds at the minute and pull time on those drivers behind. And that little blue Ferrari is getting ever so slightly closer. Oh, a little drag down the wall there from Mutt 36. Can they get that gap down between themselves and the Ferrari? Potter McPot then loses a tiny bit of time to Mutt 36. Hiracram still only 1.6 seconds up the road from CJ. He's got a bit of a penalty to lose as well. CJ though holding his own, still pulling time over Raffo. Raffo 2.6 seconds down. Mutt 36 now 2 seconds back from that battle. It was 1.8. Potter McPot now 0.8 of a second back himself in fifth. Danny ST another 0.8 of a second back in sixth. Now we've got Aldo half a second back. Audi Ferry 0.4 of a second back. Fat Pickles 0.2, nearly 0.3 of a second back. And these boys have been swapping positions pretty much all race so far. Every time they hit a long straight, somebody changes position. There they are. What's going to happen here then? Let's get ourselves on with Fat Pickles. Oh, trying to slot one through. Aldo, Audi Ferry side by side on this. Oof, up and over the bridge. Fat Pickles carries more speed through. 3 wide as they head down towards the chicane, you maniacs. Oh. Just makes it through into 7th, but has to carry a little less speed through there. Puts himself under pressure from Aldo, but manages to hold it. So from 9th to 7th then for Fat Pickles. Looks like Audi Ferry lost out in that fight. He's lost a bit of time to Aldo. Still having to hang on to that inside line a little bit is Fat Pickles. Aldo looking dangerous. Tyres starting to struggle a little bit. Here comes Aldo looking back at Fat Pickles then, carrying the speed down towards the hairpin. Fat Pickles is going to have the inside line. Aldo, though, goes for the outbreak. Danny ST's gone very deep into the hairpin, as did... oh, okay. Oh, Potomac Pot came in the pits. Okay. As did Aldo. I wonder where they were going. So, back up front. Let us see what is happening. CJ has got the gap down to 1.3 seconds. Hirakram's still got a penalty to lose. Both drivers on the soft tyre as well. A little bit more wear on CJ's tyres than there is on Hirakram's. Yeah, just got to watch the exit of that chicane. So tight, that one. CJ still bringing that gap down, though. Hirakram's still got that penalty to lose. Are both pulling time over Raffo in third. He's now at 3.6 seconds down. Mutt 36 another 4.4 seconds down. Danny ST now only 1.6 seconds back from him in fifth. Audi Ferry sixth now, with drivers coming in the pits. Fat Pickles in seventh. Again, none of these top seven have stopped yet. Potomac Pot is the first of the drivers who has stopped. He's dropped those super softs. Aldo, where have you gone? Came in the pits and then maybe didn't come out of the pits. I don't know. Potter then, last man on track. Only man to have pit now. Hirakram lost a tiny bit of penalty and pull time over CJ. Fat Pickles and Danny ST in the pits this lap as well. Can CJ take it to Hirakram? Tyres are going to starting to tell me it's not going to be possible. We'll see what happens though. Raffo then in third, Mutt 36 fourth. A lot of space in between all these drivers now then. There goes Potomac Pot through into sixth. Danny ST comes out 2.5 seconds behind him in seventh. And then Fat Pickles out the pits, another 3.4 seconds back in eighth. Oh, Hirakram's got it wrong again, I think, through the chicane. CJ's got that gap down to less than a second. It'll be slipstream range now for CJ. Tyres starting to hurt for CJ though. Both drivers yet to pit. Hirakram pulls another couple of tenths back on him though. Still got that penalty to shift though as Hirakram. So will they come in the pits this lap? Raffo's still not stopped yet either, nor has Mutt 36. Hirakram stays out, CJ stays out. Gap at 1.2 seconds. Raffo then 4 seconds down, also not stopping. Mutt 36 comes in. He's going to get rid of his super softs. Nothing wrong with the rears on those. Audi Ferry comes in the pits as well this lap. Potomac Pot then in sixth. Will he be able to catch back up with Audi Ferry and Mutt 36 by the time they leave the pits into this hairpin? Carrying a little bit more speed on the run up the hill. There goes Mutt 36 just in front of him. Potomac Pot then closing that gap up. Well within slipstream range now. Audi Ferry back out the pits, but 3.3 seconds down from that fight, under all sorts of pressure from Danny ST as well. Ferrari versus McLaren here on this long straight. Danny ST then uses the slipstream, pulls alongside Audi Ferry. Is it going to be enough? Audi Ferry's got the inside line into this turn. Potomac Pot, Mutt 36 side by side as well. Oh, a little bit of contact. It's bound to happen on the way through there. Go back to that fight behind. Potomac Pot and Mutt 36 still side by side. Danny ST did manage to get himself in front of Audi Ferry. Unfortunately, he's picked up a penalty for possibly going through the chicane a bit tight. And in front, Potter McPot still under threat here from up 36. So CJ in the pits this lap. Hirakram has stopped out. Raffo has also stopped out. Getting the absolute most out of this first set of tyres then, these drivers. CJ taking on a tiny bit of fuel as well. Potter McPot down to this hairpin, followed by Mutt 36. CJ getting released now, and it's going to bring Potter pretty close to him by the time he get up to speed. Going to be far off, 6.5 seconds between third and fourth. Danny ST and Audi Ferry side by side again. Still got a penalty to lose though. McLaren just got a little bit more top end, I think, than the Ferrari. Himself in touch with Danny ST, then back down towards this tricky chicane. Everybody's taking their time through there. Danny ST does gain another little bit on Audi Ferry. Fat Pickles has started to bring that gap down as well. It was about 3 seconds. It's now 1.6 between Fat Pickles and Audi Ferry. Right, race leader Hirakram is in the pits now. We should see Raffo, yeah, Raffo comes in as well. CJ a couple of turns away, and then the long straight down towards the hairpin. Now, can Raffo, oh, too fast through there, CJ. Can Raffo make up any time on CJ as well in this pit stop? Hirakram gets released now then. CJ comes into the hairpin. Comes back out in third. Potter McPot still under pressure from Mutt 36. Holds fourth. Going to be about 3.5 seconds down by the time they're up to speed. So there is that little helping hand from Mutt, just pushing them back towards Raffo. Now 3.1 seconds the gap. 11.5 minutes remaining of race one. Mutt 36 then in fifth. Audi Ferry still battling it out with Danny ST. And there's Fat Pickles dragging himself back into this fight. Audi Ferry getting himself back up into 6th position. Fat Pickles lurking right on the back of this one. Picking up big handfuls of curb through there again. Ferrari, McLaren here, 6th, 7th and 8th. Yeah, Audi Ferry but now picking up a penalty, so he's off the racing line. Is he going to drop that and lose these positions? Or is he going to hold on to it and battle it out? Danny ST then 6th. Fat Pickles getting the toe off Danny. Almost 3 wide. There goes Audi Ferry, then drops that penalty. Not all of it, unfortunately. Tries to keep himself in check with those 2 McLarens in front. And it is now Danny ST under threat for his position. Fat Pickles all over the back of him. Carries better speed through there. They're going to be almost side by side down into this hairpin again. Danny ST's got the inside line though. Nice wide line through there for Fat Pickles, looking to cut back up the inside on the exit. Try and get better speed, but it's not really worked. He's got a tiny bit of a advantage. They've managed to drop Audi Ferry now though. Okay, so Fat Pickles and Danny ST doing a little bit of working together as well, just to try and close that gap up on the Potter Mutt fight in front. Again, they are a fair chunk down, these two, 3.4, 3.5 seconds back. There they are, just in front. This battle here. Oh, almost outbreaks himself there. Mutt drops himself off the back end of Potter a little bit, half a second down, still within slipstream range. Mutt unable to work together now to try and close that gap up on Raffo for third. So let's go and see what's happening at the front, see what kind of gap there is between CJ and Hirakram. Oh, 6 seconds, 5.9 between Hirakram and CJ. There is Raffo just coming through, 3.2 seconds back in third. 4.8 back then for Potter in fourth. 5 seconds now. Mutt 36 right there with him again, just 0.3 of a second back. Fat Pickles then back up into sixth, got himself past Danny ST, held that position over Audi Ferry. Oh, Danny ST gets the tighter line through there though, comes back and has that position off of Fat Pickles. And brings Audi Ferry back into this fight. Fully lost his penalty now, can get back up to the attack pace. 0.8 of a second down from those two. Fat Pickles again then on this long back straight, looking to make his way past Danny ST. Doesn't get it done before this turn. 8 minutes remaining. Potter and Mutt then still neck and neck. Danny ST and Raffo still pretty close together. Still right there with Audi Ferry, still only 0.8 of a second back. He's losing a bit of time to those McLarens, so I think Fat Pickles gaining a toe off of Danny ST is just allowing him to stretch that gap between himself and Audi Ferry. Just hold it at 0.8 of a second just as they come into these twisty sections. Ferrari actually brings that gap down to 0.6, heading back down towards this hairpin then. But 36 gets himself back past Potter McPot into fourth. Just stretching out further and further every race. Again, he's already won the championship, so it doesn't really matter for him, but it does for everyone else behind. CJ in second then, comfortably as well, 3.5 seconds over Raffo. Raffo is on those super soft tyres, so it should be able to bring the gap down between himself and CJ. Whether he's got enough time before the end of the race, I don't think he has. There's Mutt then into fourth position. Potter's still right there with him. So these two have been swapping positions lap after lap as well. And there's Danny ST back in front of this little trio. So just, what is there, a second? Less than a second between these three. Audi Ferry's got a good run on Fat Pickles down here though. Again, I just don't think that Ferrari's got the legs on the McLaren. It's perfect when it's in the slipstream, but when it's a one-on-one fight against the McLarens, it just hasn't got it. Again, bumper to bumper as they head down here. Anyone going to go for a move into the hairpin? No. Pickles almost left the door open there for Audi Ferry to squeeze one up the inside. Alright, let's go and see if Potter can close this gap and get himself past Mutt 36 on this back straight. Gap at 0.4 of a second. And coming down. Are they going to work together now, or are they going to start having a battle for this fourth position? Quarter of a second between Potter and Mutt. Looks like Mutt's going to hold it into this turn. Potter backing off the throttle, in fact. Knows he's not going to go for the move through there. It's a good exit out of the chicane, though. Is it going to be enough? Gets the gap down to 0.4 again, Potter. Short shifting. Possibly not taking on enough fuel, Potter. 4 minutes remaining. He's got about an eighth of a tank of fuel left. Here he goes, closes back up on Mutt then into turn 1. Again, backs off early. These boys are definitely closing up here. The gap just 1.1 seconds between Potter, Danny ST, Fat Pickles and Audi Ferry. There they are. Could end up being another 5-way fight here, but I do think Potter's struggling on fuel. Let me just have a look at everybody else. Tiny bit more on board for Mutt 36. Have a look at Hirakram up front. Yeah, a little bit more on board for him. CJ's got plenty. Rafo's got plenty. Yeah, Mutt 36 might be doing a little bit of short shifting as well. Potter McPot still losing a bit of time to Mutt 36. Keeps himself out of danger of Danny ST for the time being. There is Danny, still under threat from Fat Pickles. Audi Ferry just in the background as well. He's managed to pick himself from another bit of a penalty, has Audi Ferry. How much has he got? Oh, he's lost it now. Unfortunately, he's a second down from those 2 McLarens in front. Still going to see 2 laps here. Hirakram, a 7.5 second lead over CJ. Nobody's been able to touch Hirakram all season, really. Not without a mistake from himself. Raffo then comfortably in third, empty track behind him. Mutt 36, 7.2 seconds back. Look at this. Look, they're all getting close back up together. Mutt 36, Potter, Danny ST, Fat Pickles and Audi Ferry. Oh, Audi Ferry's losing more penalty there. All coming back together then for the last lap or so of this one. Like I say, nobody's been able to touch Hirakram all season. That spaceship has worked quite well for him. He did start the season with the Nissan, I believe, the Skyline. Because in race 2 we have to swap cars as well, and in race 2 he jumps into the Lexus, I believe. So, final lap inbound then. CJ Racing crosses the line to start his final lap. Raffo also holding that 3rd position. Plenty of time behind. Here we go then. Mutt 36, Potter, Danny ST. Let's get ourselves on with Mutt 36. We'll have a bit of rear view action going on. Yeah, flashing red then. Fuel tank on Mutt 36's car. Potter McPot almost gets that position taken off him by Danny ST. Manages to get himself right back on the racing line just in time. The hairpin, the back straight. Danny ST then looking to run around the outside of Potter. Potter holds that inside line. Goes for a decent exit as well, but he's still got Danny ST pressuring him up here. Potter will be wanting that the car doors open on that McLaren. There he goes then. Fat Pickles now closing up on these 2 as well, so it's a 3-way fight for 5th, 6th and 7th, all 3 McLarens. Potter, Danny ST, Fat Pickles. Fat Pickles then gets a good toe off of Danny. Oh, there's contact between themselves. Danny was looking to run around the outside of Potter. Hirakram's crossed the line, then he takes the win here in race 1. CJ's going to take 2nd. I'm going to stick here with this fight. So So CJ does take second. Raffo is going to take third position. Mutt should take fourth position. It's looking like it's going to end like this. It is. Did Potter just run out? Yes, Potter ran out of fuel. Literally on the line, Potter ran out of fuel. I didn't think he was short shifting. Did well to hold on to that one then, Potter. Hello, Mum. There you go then. Another victory on the board then for Hirakram. He's smashed it in the Fusion League. Good result for CJ though. He did almost put it to Hirakram. Just too quick, that boy. Too quick. So I think we'll have about a 10-minute break and then we jump into race 2, which is the final race. Well done, Topher. I thought you might have been behind the wheel tonight, Geno, because he managed to get himself on pole. So yeah, we'll have about a 10-minute break before we jump into race 2, the final race of the season, the final race of the league in GT Sport. That's yeah, that's going to be it for the league racing. I've got one more race, like I say, tomorrow night. That's the Stephen Morrill tribute event. It's the team versus team, MRC versus P1. A couple of different races kicking off. I'll put a little flyer up tomorrow for that one so you can see what's kicking off. What happened to Aldo? Came out of the pits and didn't come out of the pits, then left the room. Yeah, like I say, I think that's pretty much going to be it. Tomorrow night's race, and then that's it on GT Sport. Everyone pretty much gone over to GT7 now. Yeah, we're not seeing Aldo back in the room either, unfortunately. So again, Le Sarthe, difficult circuit. Yeah, Hirakram then out in this Lexus. In the first couple of turns, we'll stick with him. See if we can do almost a lap with him. No idea what a lot of these turns are, so you can just make them up as we go along. That one's a tricky one. You've got to be careful not to run wide, just like Hirakram's done there. Picks up a penalty for that. Okay, 6-minute break here, so that does mean we're going to start at about 10 o'clock for the final race. So this long back straight, what is it, the Moulin straight or something? It's got a couple of chicanes in it, so you will get up to absolute full tilt here. Pushing it then, 165 miles an hour on board for Hirakram, hard on the brakes, down into these tricky chicanes. Again, the white lines on the outside of the circuit are the actual track limits. CJ, no problem, my friend, no problem. Yeah, CJ just saying last race of the season to everyone. So yeah, out of that first chicane, up to, I'm not sure if he'll get up to full tilt before this one, should do almost. This chicane going totally the other way, but pretty much the same as that first one you've just seen. Not quite up to full pace then into chicane 2. Whoa, getting it all wrong through there for Hirakram. Keeps the power down, goes for a drift, probably going to chuck himself back in the pits. So another long straight here then, to a fast right hand little kink, and then it hard on the brakes into a nice tight 90 or over 90 right elbow, all the way down, all the way down. Again, he's a ghosting, so it will be going slower than normal. Another long straight here as well. So good opportunities for overtake if you can keep the slipstream with the driver in front. Again, you've just got to keep it inside of those white lines. It likes to hand out penalties, this circuit. So another tricky little section here then. Fast right-hander, hard on the brakes into the left. Oh, doing well to keep that under control here. Cram on these hard tyres. Again, race 2, they can only use the mediums and the hards. Race 1 with softs and super softs. So heading into the Porsche curves then. Another little bit of a straight along here. Again, the hard tyres might catch a few drivers out, carrying a little bit too much speed through these corners. See, here a Cram just having to make corrections on the way in. Running all the way out to the wall on the right hand side, try and take as much of that curb as you dare. Again, another tricky one. You've got to be careful not to let the car swing itself out. Having to be very tentative with the throttle, especially with the hard tyres for Hirakram. So back into the arena section. Now he chucks himself in the pits. No, he doesn't. Takes a nice line through there though, using a bit of the pit lane as to add to his corner angle. Again, it is reverse grid from race 1, so don't worry about positions in this one. Looking for those lines then early on. Hirakram on these hard tyres. Again, you just got to be careful. These track limits, like I say, they throw penalties out left, right and centre. Also in the Lexus for race 2. Danny ST has gone for the BMW M3. CJW, oh, car change. Bugatti Veyron. CJ was in an M3 last week. Audi Ferry in the Audi. Another Bugatti Veyron for Mutt 36. Why has everyone swapped over to the Veyron? What's happened there? Why has everyone done this? Is it just because it's ridiculously quick and all of a sudden it's available or something? What's happened? Why is everyone in the Veyron? Hey, come on, own up. Why is everyone all Veyroned up? Sound good though. What a beast. Was it a W12 or something ridiculous? Exploring those track limits then, CJ. Same livery on. Right, here we go then. Race 2, final race of the GTTCC, hosted by Mature Racing Club over there on Facebook. Looks like we've got a couple of drivers just chopping tyres over, ready for race 2 then. So mediums and hards only. Reverse grid from race 1. Final race of the season. So Audi Ferry on pole then, Fat Pickles second. Danny ST third, Potter McPot fourth, Mutt 36 fifth, Raffo sixth, CJ in seventh, and Hirakram in eighth. Unfortunately, losing Aldo from race one. Revs up then, wait for him to get underway. Here they go. It's a good start by Fat Pickles. He's got himself onto pole. Audi Ferry falling down the order. That front wheel drive car not getting off the line very well at all. So Fat Pickles leads us into turns 1 and 2. Potter into second. Oh, Potter's decided to go back to the BMW. Okay. Mutt 36 in the Veyron then, sitting in third. Raffo in fourth, also in the Veyron. A little bit of a gap between himself and the top three already. That's where drivers are going to pick up penalties. Danny ST in fifth, then Hirakram up into sixth. CJ right behind him for seventh. Audi Ferry, that poor start in eighth. See how that little Audi gets on against his bigger brother, the Bugattis. So Potter looking to make a move. Mutt 36 looking to make a move. Everybody using that slipstream 3 wide then as they head into the first chicane. Everybody getting that one wrong. Where's Mutt 36? I think he's been reset to track. That gives Potter a 1.1 second lead. He was about the only driver to get that one right. There comes Raffo using the power of that Bugatti to get past Fat Pickles. In second he goes. Fat Pickles third. Danny ST then. He's got Hirakram and CJ side by side battling out into this next chicane. Almost 3 wide again through there. A little bit of contact between Hirakram and Danny ST. CJ backed out of that one. He saw the danger coming. A little bit tight through there. CJ got to be careful about those penalties. Audi Ferry then bolted onto the back. Mutt 36 after getting reset to track. Unfortunately, 3 seconds down and a penalty to lose as well. Potter then holds that lead. See the drivers snaking, looking for the toe. Oh, Potter's got that turn wrong. Sideways into that. He's lost all that lead. Raffo now all over the back of him. Raffo carrying the extra speed, already up alongside Potter. So, all drivers, apart from Paul Mutt 36 in the background there, bumper to bumper pretty much. CJ slings himself out, looks for a move on Hirakram. Raffo on up front then, Potter second. Fat Pickles in third. Oh, Fat Pickles has gone a little bit wide, chucks up some sand. Oh, Audi Ferry's got it wrong as well through there. He's ended up putting it in the wall. Oh, Audi Ferry's left the race. No, Audi Ferry, no. Don't like that. So Raffo into top spot then, not pole. We're way past that. 0.7 of a second over Potter then. Hirakram up into third already. Pushing that Lexus then, looking for both the wins here again tonight. Danny ST in. Oh, Danny ST's got it wrong. CJ's got it wrong. It's all going wrong for these drivers on the hard tyres. Carrying far too much speed into these fast turns. CJ all the way down at the back of the pack. Look, 36 then. Gets himself through to 5th position. And still pulling time on Fat Pickles as well. Brings that time down to 2.9. It was 2.7 a second ago, but it's just stretched back up. So top 3, Potter, Raffo, Hirakram, neck and neck. Hirakram looking for a way past Raffo. Side by side then. Fat Pickles looking for a way through on this one as well. Raffo holding that inside line, ghosting out there while he loses that penalty. Hirakram goes through into second. Raffo holds on to third. Fat Pickles in fourth then. 136, fifth position, 3.4 seconds down. Danny ST, another 3.7 seconds down. CJ Racing, another 2.6 seconds down. Losing Audi Ferry from this final race. Potter McPot in the meantime on his hard tyres, quite comfortable. 1.9 seconds over Hirakram. Can the Lexus take it to the BMW? Lexus is taking it to the Veyron right about now. It's an absolute full tilt, even with the slipstream. It's not managing to gain on Raffo. Oof. He loses it on the way through there. Then losing time to those drivers in front. It's got Danny ST 3.2 seconds back. CJ is still another 2.2 seconds down. Just bringing that time down, CJ, and rapidly as well, gap down to 1.8 seconds. Bugatti banned this season and everyone's just driving it for a giggle now in the final race. So Potter lost a bit more time. That gap was at 1.8, it's now at 1.2. Hirakram bringing that time down. Potter's picked up a penalty as well. Raffo still third. Hirakram a little bit sideways out of there. Pickles holding on to that fourth position. Not managed to get his way past that Bugatti yet. 136, still 3.7 down. Danny ST brought that time down. CJ has lost that time. Back up to 2.5 seconds. Probably gains an awful lot on the straights, does CJ, but then coming to the turns, that big heavy car, possibly a little bit of a struggle to get around some of these corners. So Potter under threat now then, still trying to lose his penalty. Hirakram tucked right under his rear wing. He's already won the championship, like I say, Hirakram. It's just for gloating rights now, really, to take the final race of the season. All over the back end of Potter. Is he going to make a move? Are they going to work together? Made his way past, all the way past. Now, if Potter doesn't be careful, Hirakram's just going to stretch out like he has done every other race, really. Potter keeps him in check, though. 0.3 of a second between them. Pickles and Raffo in the background are still battling it out. Hirakram then, 1.4 second penalty. He's now got to try and lose and stay in front of Potter somehow. Raffo then, third position with a penalty. Fat Pickles right behind him with a penalty. A lot less of a penalty though. Raffo got a full second. Fat Pickles only got 0.4. 36, losing more time to those drivers. Keeping himself in front of Danny ST. But he's lost all that time to CJ, down to 0.7 of a second. We're gonna see CJ make a move here, that's for sure. Oh, Danny ST carries a fair chunk of speed across there. Might end up with another penalty for that one. Yeah, there you go, another half a second. CJ picks one up himself for the same thing. Now looking to close up on Danny. Okay, backing off. Allowing Danny to stay in front. Is that because you're in the cheating Veyron? Because Mutt's not playing those games. Mutt's out racing. He's looking to close these gaps up, but gets the gap down to 3.3. So is that a little mistake from Fat Pickles? I think it is. He's way off the back end of Raffo. He's lost his penalty though. He does bring Mutt slightly closer. Still a 3-second gap to try and close though for Mutt. So Hirakram and Potter still bolted together. So yeah, Potter and Hirakram just working together a little bit. There's Raffo in the background. Still got that penalty to lose then, Hirakram. Potter's managed to drop his now. Half a second between these two. Starts to bring that time back down again. Not enough before these turns though. Just got to keep himself in check with Hirakram. Oh, sideways through there for Hirakram. Keeps control of it though. So still bumper to bumper for first and second. Raffo holding third. Still got that whole second penalty to lose, but he is still holding that 1.5 over Fat Pickles. Mutt down to 2.9 seconds, the gap between himself and Fat Pickles. CJ's got himself past Danny ST. Danny ST's got himself a big lump of penalty as well. CJ then up into 6th. Danny ST 7th, losing Audi Ferry from this race. Reg GT, evening brother, how you doing? So this is where the fight's at really at the minute. Everybody else has got a little bit of a gap between them. Fat Pickles is bringing that time down though between himself and Raffo. Raffo picking up every penalty he can, up to 1.9 seconds now. Pickles throws himself in the pits then, getting rid of those hard tyres once the medium's on. Potter's followed him in. Oh, sorry, Potter's already come in. 36 is in. Hirakram's in. CJ is in. So, Raffo, everybody. It's just Raffo that's decided to stay out. The only man on track at the minute then, Raffo. Sneaky Potter, he's managed to get himself out in front of Hirakram. Not by a lot, only by 0.8 of a second. Slightly over fueled then for Hirakram. Not got a waste to drop here then. He ran out of fuel in race 1 literally about 2 meters before the line. He is under threat here already from Hirakram. Both on the medium tyre now as well. Hirakram still got that penalty to lose though. So Raffo 21-second lead. What sort of times are they doing? Let's have a look at the pit times. Ooh, it's about a 30-second pit window, so Raffo's not going to gain unless he can get another 10 seconds between now and his pit stop. That's not going to work. Oh, Potter. Tight through there. Yeah, big pile of penalty, look. Puts himself right under threat from Hirakram as well. Possibly still working together, these two. Yeah, tiny bit of bump draft in between these two. Oh. Short shift in for Potter. Yeah, he might be slightly concerned on fuel again. Hirakram backs off. He went for the move, but he backed off and lost some penalty while he was doing it. Potter's still got a big lump to lose though, 1.2 seconds. Both Potter and Hirakram lose a big blob of it through there though. Still neck and neck. Raffo now then 23-second lead. Losing his penalty as well. Potter and Hirakram still neck and neck, both still with penalties to lose. There's Fat Pickles in 4th position, 5 seconds down. So we would expect a Raffo to slot in between Hirakram and Fat Pickles. 36 then, another 3 seconds down. There is CJ in the background, 4.2 seconds down, still with a penalty to lose. Danny ST, again, penalties to lose. 2.8 seconds down for Danny ST. Oh, drifting. So Raffo has pulled a bit of time. He'll still slot himself in between. Oh, okay, Hirakram has got himself back past Potter. Potter's lost all his penalty. He's got to keep himself in touch with Hirakram though. Doesn't want to let him get away. Oh, that's not going to help. Gap already up to 1.3. Raffo in the pits now then. 23 seconds, about 24 by the time he actually came in. Potter is throwing that BMW as hard as he can into a lot of these turns. Unfortunately, he's just giving him penalty after penalty. He's still losing time to Hirakram. It's got Reg GT. It's got one other camera where you can. Let's have a look. Where is it? Come on. So you can have a second internal camera. You can have this view, and then you can have one as if you've got like a camera in the middle of your seats behind, so you can sort of see all of the driver and both doors, both seats, that kind of thing. Other than that, no, not really. It's pretty much the same. I've not had a real good dig through it, but yeah, it doesn't seem that much different, to be honest. It would have been nice to get some helicopter shots. But, you know, it is what it is. So, Potter now 1.6 back from a leading Hirakram. Again, he's been dangerous all season. Taking win after win as Hirakram. So, Raffo ended up coming out in 7th position. What happened, Raffo? He's all the way at the back of the pack, 4.2 seconds down from Danny as well. Raffo's got it all wrong somewhere. Potts just picked himself up. Oh, 2-second penalty. He's still losing time to Hirakram. no threat from Fat Pickles, also holding a penalty, another 5.2 seconds down. Mutt 36 holding fourth, but for how much longer? CJ in the other Veyron closing up on him, just 0.6 of a second in it. A little bit of a penalty to lose for CJ, but it does bring himself within striking distance for that fourth. Last half of the season, CJ's had a few good results. There they go then, the two Veyrons. Look at the rear view mirror on that thing. It's your dashboard. Still not able to get past him though. Veyron versus Veyron. Closes up now, backs off though. So just under 9 minutes remaining. Hirakram now with a 4-second lead over Potter. All these penalties costing Potter dearly. 4.3 seconds down, still with penalties to lose. Lost a bit of time to Fat Pickles behind him as well due to the same thing, I think. That gap down to 4.3. That battle in the background for fourth and fifth. Mutt versus CJ. CJ looking for a move now up the inside. Easily through then into fourth. 3.7 seconds down from Fat Pickles. Can he bring the time down? Purple sectors as well from CJ. Six seconds down, 7.5 minutes remaining. Hirakram's looking comfortable for another win here tonight. Final race of the season. He's looking for both the wins again. So Potter losing more time to Fat Pickles. Still got 1.6 second penalty to lose. That gap between himself and Fat Pickles is just 3 seconds. CJ then up into fourth, another 3.8 seconds down himself. Pulls a bit of time over Mutt 36 though, 1.4 seconds, so out of the slipstream range of the 5th place man. Danny ST, another 6.3 down. And Raffo then, another 5.4. Not sure what happened to Raffo. Should have come back out between Hirakram and Fat Pickles, but somehow it all went horribly wrong. All on his own now then, Hirakram. Potter, closest man to him, 7.2 seconds down. And losing penalties. That's another one, I'm sure of it. No, might have just got away with that one. Still got 1.3 second penalty to lose though. Fat Pickles still holding that 0.4, but he is still bringing the time down. 2.9 seconds between himself and Potter. CJ in fourth then, 3.4 down himself, closing that gap up. Again, is it going to be enough before the end of the race to get a final podium for CJ? 2 seconds between himself and Mutt 36. Mutt in 5th, Danny ST in 6th. Another 7 seconds down. Raffo 4.7 in 7th. There is Danny ST just in front. Pulling more time than Hirakram. So Potter has got to be careful now. Still got a second penalty to lose. He's got Fat Pickles closing up on him. That gap down to 1.8 seconds. And there is a very quick CJ in the background. Only 2.8 down himself now. Let's get ourselves a little bit of on-car action with CJ. Gap at 2.7 and dropping. Still with that 0.4 of a second penalty to lose though, Fat Pickles. Not a lot to drop. Potter's probably holding double that. Gap down to 2.2. Sturdy, stable looking car, the Veyron. Potter losing his penalty through there. CJ's gap's down to 1.8 seconds. If he keeps going at this pace, he may end up getting second. There is Potter in second, just in front of Fat Pickles. Hirakram, you can't even see him, he's too far in front. So just under 3.5 minutes remaining. It's going to be one more lap when they cross the line. Oh, CJ's gone wide through there. Might pick up a penalty for that one. Yeah, a second he's got to drop. Oh, dirty, dirty place for penalties this. Dirty, dirty. So into this final lap, CJ just keeps himself out of the sand. 1.8 seconds down. Mutt's thrown himself in the pits. Is he out of fuel? What have you done, Mutt? He is. He's out of fuel. He's not going to be able to finish this last lap. Oh, what a shame. That puts him now at the back of the pack. Raffo. Oh, Danny ST's done the same thing, I think. He doesn't think he's going to make it round another lap. Raffo's got plenty of fuel on board. Probably over fueling. That's where his pits went wrong, I think. CJW in fourth then, just under a quarter of a tank. That should see him through. Yeah, he's lost a bit of time to that driver in front though. Fat Pickles still holding third, 2.5 seconds in front of CJ. There is Fat Pickles, now 1.6 seconds back from Potter. But this is final lap then. Potter in second, and Hirakram literally nowhere to be seen. Just gone around that first chicane. It's disgusting amount of lead as well. 13.2 seconds. Nothing the M3 driver of Potter can do, really. Nothing at all. Say Hirakram's made his way from the back of the pack as well in this race, and nearly 14 seconds up the road, with or without penalties. Fat Pickles is still bringing that time down. I don't think it's going to be enough though. CJ also trying as hard as he can. Gap down to 1.8 seconds. Raffo another 15 seconds down. Mutt 36 another 24 seconds down. Danny ST another 16 seconds down. So no real battles. There is the gap between Hirakram and Potter. So maybe Potter is doing a little bit of short shifting again here. That gap between himself and Fat Pickles down to 1.2. And drop in. CJ's also still there, 1.6 seconds down. Fat Pickles is going to be in slipstream range any second. We are into this final few turns. It's a long way to go yet though. There's some long straights for for Fat Pickles to work his magic. Also taking another 10th out of Fat Pickles. Hirakram's got enough fuel on. I would have thought Potter's got enough fuel on. He's got a tiny bit more, I think. 16-second lead now, though, for Hirakram. He's just got the Porsche curves and the last couple of little tight chicanes to go by the pit entrance, and that'll be him done. Championship winner Hirakram taking both wins here tonight then. Took Tokyo with a fair margin in the end. Last couple of corners to go then for Hirakram. Drops his penalty before he crosses the line, gives the car a little bit of a wiggle, shows appreciation to his pit crew. There he goes, takes the win then. Hirakram 16.3 seconds over Potter. Potter just holding on to that second by the skin of his teeth in the end. Yeah, literally about to run out of fuel himself there. Does hold on to second even with that penalty though. Fat Pickles takes third, CJ takes fourth. Raffo is going to come home for fifth. Flash of the lights from Raffo as well. There he is, fifth position. And we just wait for the unfortunate Mutt and the unfortunate Danny ST, who both had to come in the pits for a second blob of fuel, unfortunately. Rolling through these last couple of turns then, Mutt. Here comes Danny ST at full tilt. This last chicane to go then for Mutt 36. Danny ST coming through himself. Taking that sixth then, Mutt, and Danny ST does take that seventh. He just drops his penalty before the end. And that is it. MRCs GTTCC done and dusted for another season. Hirakram taking the lead and the championship. I'm not sure where everyone else has come out, but the second I get a score sheet, I'll stick it up on the Facebook page so you lot will know. Yeah, shame. Lost a few drivers in that one. Lost Aldo from race 1. Took us down to 8 drivers. Then we lost Audi Ferry in race 2. Took us down to 7 drivers. Bit of a shame. But hopefully we'll get more drivers when we fire the leagues back up on GT7. No idea when that's going to be because there's been all sorts of lobby issues. Nobody's been able to get any practice or testing or anything like that. So it's all going to start now, I think, if they've got the lobbies fixed. I don't know how good the lobbies are at the minute. I'm being told they're still a little bit glitchy. So, yeah, who knows? Who knows? As soon as I know when the league's starting, I will stick it all up on the Facebook page. I might even do a little video or some kind of announcement on here. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yes, that is it. The season is done. Myself, I've got one more race tomorrow night. I think that's at 9 o'clock. So that's the team versus team between us. Well, I say ourselves. I'm pretty much part of both groups as deeply as you can get. So it's going to be MRC versus P1. And it's the team versus team in tribute of Stephen Morrill, head honcho of P1, who sadly passed away last week. It was a bit denting on the whole sim racing community, the GT sport community. Well-liked guy, you know. He was very, very helpful. Even when he was going through his own stuff, he was quite open and willing to chat to anyone else about their stuff as well. So, yeah, be sadly missed, Steve. But we're going to have... like I say, a tribute night to him tomorrow night, and I think there's going to be a couple of other things happen, and then yeah, we're all off to the funeral on the 4th. So yeah, sad times, unfortunately. But yeah, that's my final race tomorrow night, my final commentary tomorrow night anyway on GT Sport. And like I say, everyone going over to GT7, maybe PlayStation 5s as well, we'll see. But yeah, that's the season done and dusted. One more race for me tomorrow night. I'll post that up tomorrow on the Facebook page so you'll know what's happening. Right, that's about it. If you want to help my channel out, get yourself over to buymeacoffee.com/dartsmoker and drop a donation on there if you want. If you don't want, then hit me up at dartsmoker@googlemail.com and send me some money and I'll send you some stickers or a t-shirt, depending on how much money you send me. How about that? But yeah, that's about it from me. That's it from the season. All the leagues done and dusted. GT Sport pretty much done and dusted apart from tomorrow night. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. I hope you've liked what you watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mates. Tell your mums. My name's Dart Smoker. I'm out of here.